Welcome to this week's edition of the 100 Mile Journey. My name is Brian, also known as Running with BM. This is my weekly video journal while I'm training for my first 100 mile run, the Rio del Lago 100, which is literally in my backyard. Training went really well this last week, capped off with a 21.5 mile run on Saturday. From Auburn to Bills Point, and then another 8 mile run on Sunday. Had some tummy trouble on Saturday. May have been a blessing. Had me in a mindset of completing the run, keeping it under the time limit within the 100 mile run that I'll be running, which is 30 hours. So I did that. Surprisingly, by the end of the run, I was feeling pretty good, and I kept things well under the required amount of time that I would need to not be disqualified from the 30 mile run, which is 30 hours. I finished a little under 16 minute miles. For the big run, I need to be under 18 minute miles. So I was right on target. I think that in the long run, I can be well under that if I don't have any kind of issues, but it comes with practice. The body's feeling good. I'm starting to drop some weight. This is between many more miles that I'm starting to run, and calorie counting with an application called LifeSum actually works pretty darn good. I expect that I'm going to be under 200 pounds very soon, which is really good for me. A few things that I've tried during the week are the On Cloud Ultra shoes. I'll be dropping a full review in another video, but for right now, I'm going to say I'm really loving the shoe. Next item I'll be giving a full review on is the bucket hat. Not the hat that won the West, but it is the bucket hat. It provides a little bit more UV protection. And it's pretty good. Performed really well at about 95 degrees. But we're going to see what happens this weekend. It's going to be like about 105, 107 when I'm running. I think I'll also go ahead and pull in a generic bucket hat just to kind of do a comparison, see what the difference is, see if I can tell a difference, that is. What's important to me is that the hat provides or prevents UV damage, but it also retains some water, evaporative cooling, and not looking like a complete total dork. So I plan on trying several brands before I give my final recommendations. But right now, the buff bucket hat actually looks like it's working pretty good. Fits really well. Next item that I'll be testing is sunglasses. I've been trying out a few different pairs. I tried out the Gooder. They're mentioned as a running sunglass. They're all right. It's not really for me. They're a little bit small on my face, and the optics just aren't what I want out of sunglasses. I want to be able to have very clear vision. I don't like to be able to see my eyeball reflecting back on me. I've also tried some Oakley's. They wore the frog skins from Costco. Almost there. Really love the vision that you get out of them, but they do have a tendency to slip. Also had a little bit of pain over my ear with my hat and my earphones on. So I'll probably be returning those. I've picked up some Maui Jim. Seem pretty nice, and I do really love Maui Jim. So we'll give them a test, see where that goes. So speaking of high temperatures, I'm currently trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing this next weekend. Got a 23 mile run plan for Saturday, but the heat is on. I kind of need to figure out what kind of start time I'm going to have. Probably looking at about 4:30 to do a start. But I also have to come up with an exit strategy just in case it does get too hot. It's going to be over 100 for several days. So there's not going to be much of a break early in the morning. If if I'm taking a little bit too long and the sun just starts beating down, it's going to be very unbearable. So I need to make sure that I have a plan where I can exit and maybe I can have somebody pick me up. I don't want to have a problem with heat exhaustion that hampers me for several days after. So anyway, this weekend should be pretty interesting for the run. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this week. Again, I'll be reviewing the buff hat very soon, probably next week. And hey, we have a bunch of 100-degree days planned ahead, so I'm going to get a lot of opportunities with that hat. Thank you for checking out the channel this week. If you can, get out there, enjoy the beautiful outdoors.
He says I'm a photographic kind of guy.
He sure is. Beautiful.
He loves getting his picture taken too.
Aw.
Ears
Hello.
up every time he gets his picture taken. This one, ears back.
Oh. Have a great day.